Hey everybody, welcome to Dice Tower. I am Joey Evans.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Wendy Yi.
I'm Chris Yi.
And this is further down in our top 100.
Yes, it is.
How further down, Joey?
10.
Is this
from
in your
last time
top
we did
half
it.
yet?
It is. These are my favorite games.
Right.
This
These
is-
are your favorite games of today.
They are.
Most.
They are. Now, before we get to our list, we do have some Dice Tower West is coming up.
Yes, Dice Tower West is coming up in March.
And the badges are on sale now.
They are. And not just badges, they have some really cool VIP packages as well. So be sure to check that out. DicetowerWest.com. Like I said, you can get a badge, come play games, 5 days of gaming in Las Vegas, but also check out the different types of badges they have. You know, they have the VIP ones where you can have a special meal with some of us.
I like meals.
Yeah, I like to eat. It's not bad. It's generally recommended. But yeah, you can lots of different packages that you can check it out, different events and swag bags, things like that. So be sure to check out the badges at DicetowerWest.com.
Yes.
I thought that little VIP thing was going to be like some crackers and like
Yeah.
a little slice of
No.
salami that you put on there.
Salami?
Salami?
Salami.
Yeah, I know how to pronounce salami and bagels, okay?
No, they even had Mountain Dew. It was like legit.
I
Was
know.
there fruit tray?
Yeah.
Salami to Mountain Dew. Those VIP are going to sell
was a
out
day.
fast.
No, it was way better than I was expecting.
Okay,
Yeah, it was like, anyway,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really, I forget what it was, but I remember it being like a whole catered thing. And no,
it was neat.
I'm just glad you guys are in charge of it.
Salami, crackers, Mountain Dew, and Dr. Pepper.
That's
I'm in
right.
charge.
But is it boar's head salami?
Doesn't make any difference.
Not if Chris is making
Look.
it.
That's oh my.
Yeah,
all
not-
right.
Not if I can slip the rest of the finances into my pocket.
He's like, it's
No,
really just
it-
pepperoni, that giant bag.
All right. So
Call it
you,
salami.
knowing your list for today, is there like a theme that you saw looking through yours? Like
Yes.
what is
Ooh.
it new for
It
you?
is new games.
What?
I have
okay.
4 new games on this list. So
Wow.
I'll remind you, I only have like 10 new games total on my whole list. So that is why this theme is new.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
we have
Okay.
one today.
Yep.
Really?
This is where I stick the new ones. I don't quite want to commit to top 50.
It is true. I feel
I'm
myself
a
doing
slow
that.
committal.
Have you backed off some? You're like, ooh, no. It's like,
right,
it's like,
I
that
do
doesn't
it to
deserve
slow,
to be too.
Yeah. I do it to like slow burn. There's very few that jump right. To the
Joey,
top.
did you ask that question because you specifically?
Oh no, mine are not
Have a
new. I don't
theme?
have any. I got a couple new. I've got
Well, these are
Mine
your
are-
favorite
Because
games.
you're your
mine are
theme.
hard. Are like really fall from grace type things. These have some of these have fallen a lot, and I feel kind of bad looking at them. Like, ooh.
Wow,
That
this is your
hurts.
heel
So
turn
this is
list.
your
Wow.
This
Yeah.
is your
This one. There'll be tears
this is
in
your
my
list
eyes.
of shame.
It
This
is.
is lower 50%.
It is. It's like okay, yeah. These are my
You're selling it.
droppers.
I thought you said these were your
Super stoked.
favorites today.
They used to be my favorite.
The
last year.
lies.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull a Sam Healy and say that the top half of my list is themed around the letter A.
Well, we've moved on from L. Isn't that what it was? Or
Really?
I. What was it?
I,
I.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's all right.
Oh, they don't
Good.
all start with A, but there's a lot of A's for some
Did you
reason.
guys do A last week?
There's like a disproportionate number of
Not how the alphabet
A's
works, but
in the like top 4 games of this
Interesting.
section.
All right. Well, let's get A started. Didn't work, did it?
Okay, with that note, number 80 here is a brand new game to my list. There's 3.
80.
A.
Hey,
A. T.
who's Canadian?
All right, wait. 80 is a 2-player abstract game, head-to-head one called Icor. I had to go back to the eyes.
Yeah, you teased us.
Can't
we
wait.
thought you had grown.
So this one is a phenomenal, quick
good.
2-player game head-to-head. You have movers, and you move them on a grid, and you're trying to put out all of your discs. And that's it. But what's great about it is each side has a little bit of asymmetry. One's the monsters, the other's the Olympians, and they have like one-time use powers to kind of spruce up what is otherwise a very abstract move and put discs on the board kind of a game. And then...
That's one.
No worries. One of the things I love is that your score at the end of the round is how many discs your opponent has left that they haven't placed on the board. And then you swap sides and you play again. And even if you win the first round, if the other person wins and can force you to have more discs unplaced, then they win. Joey, you lied to me.
Oh
That was
This
it.
is
That's really it.
unacceptable. Give me my bowl of green M&Ms.
So like you have to play it twice.
Yeah. It's twice as nice. It's so
Or you could be like our
nice.
daughter and just always play the Olympian side
She
and not play it twice.
refuses.
Oh wow.
She's
Yeah.
super into Greek mythology right now.
And
Like
she
a
does-
lot.
And it's wild too, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, wait till she learns about how crummy a lot of the Greek gods are." Like, no, she knows.
Yeah.
She just is like, Zeus is an idiot. I'm not playing the monsters. I'm only playing the Olympians. Like, fine. So she's very picky with that. But so I never really get to do the swap-a-rooney. We just play twice in a row with the same side. But anyway, phenomenal game. I love that little twist. It makes it very fun for an abstract game instead of just like, I lose in 3 moves, because that's how I am with like every
Yeah.
other one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is from the designer of Viking Seesaw, right?
Yeah,
One that's
famed
known for Viking
designer.
Seesaw. Okay.
Of Viking Seesaw
Huh.
and Ninja Fast Reaction
That's right.
dice game.
Yeah, he's up and coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
So
Keep an
that's
eye on
It's
him.
a new one on your list.
Is new. Yep.
Is new. All right, my number 80 is not new, and this is Pan Am. So this game, that is definitely not.
All right, my number 80 is
Hey.
Pergola. It's new to the list. Cool.
I
I
don't
switched it up
exist.
this week. Okay.
Yeah, see
all
how this
right.
happens.
No, it's gonna be Pergola twice in a row.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you want me to go since mine is spoiled and then
Let's
we'll
do
just
it.
not move past? Okay, sorry.
I'll go and
Either
go.
way. Yeah,
Make it
what's yours? Number 80 is new to the list. It's Pergola. And I really am charmed by this simple. It's not even tile placement. What is it? It's like build your own little garden
Yeah.
kind of game. I love the open nature of this building out your garden. It has a really interesting action selection where you're selecting an action each turn, but you're also in selecting that action taking components or resources by selecting that. So as you're taking that and you're like, okay, I'm going to get a buttercup and I'm going to get a dragonfly or whatever it may be, and you're placing that out in this open format in your garden, which is ultimately going to score points at the end of the game. So I really like the flexibility of that. That just makes it a very pleasant and pleasing game to play, that it doesn't feel very restrictive, but yet it has a great building scoring as you go, so the game gets more and more exciting, if you will.
The components are cute on this too.
They
The
really
little, like,
are. They
board of- yeah.
feel really deluxe.
I agree.
And there's only one version of it, but the little animals, they're going to come wooden. But just absolutely just gorgeous artwork through and through, where you really feel like you're building your own garden, really.
Yeah.
It is one of those
I like
super
this one a lot.
cozy games.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a weeknight game that the first time you play, it is going to be a little bit longer with the scoring and stuff, or just to wrap your head around how does this one score again and how's that different. But after that, it just instantly becomes cozy after one play. So that's gonna be my number 80 is Pergola.
I forgot
Yeah,
about
that's a nice
this
one.
That's a good one. You usually think that your mind goes like death garden, death garden, death garden.
does,
You do a
yeah,
good
yeah,
job
yeah.
mixing those two.
No, I'm
Circle of
just
life.
like a metronome.
Where's the death involved?
That's
No, my other picks.
our next pick.
Oh, got it.
got it.
That makes sense.
Awesome.
It is in there. It's just
We're good now?
reversed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
okay.
Yeah, I tried to
All
stall
right.
a little bit. Just let us know.
Reverse.
Let us know next round who goes first.
Yeah.
So,
I
okay,
did
cool.
not
All is
check
well.
the PowerPoint,
Excellent.
so-
Cool. All right. Well, number 80 for me is
Let me
Pan
guess.
Am. Big
Oh.
surprise. Hey. So Pan Am, you are an airline who's trying to build up and earn lots of money by building lots of airlines, but you also really want Pan Am to come in and buy you up. So you're constantly trying to expand but also shrink. And that's what makes it so interesting about this game. I love economic stuff, but then I also enjoy some of the plane games that I've played. And so building routes, connecting them, making this nice big airline, and then getting it gobbled up is fabulous. So I like this one a lot. Have
Yeah.
either one of you guys played this?
I have, and this surprises you because that board looks, the cover looks so like, and then you play. It's a good game. I
I
like
actually
this.
really like the cover.
I know, but it doesn't like grab you. It's like very
Yeah.
retro. I like the retro
Yeah,
look to it.
Interesting.
You know,
Yeah.
Pan Am is a very modern company, after all.
it is. Good
yeah.
point. They could do a modern Pan Am.
Southwest
Not really that
Airlines,
logo.
Pan Am.
It's ridiculous.
What
Yeah,
did
no.
Pan Am become?
Cracker
Bankrupt.
Yeah, but did anybody take over their routes? Or are they just gone?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, yeah,
Southwest.
people just stop flying from Europe to New York. They're like, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's such an old school thing to do.
We're gonna walk.
We can go back to the boats.
All right, so that's my number 80, Pan Am.
All right, so my number 80 is very similar to Pan Am, but it is a little bit different. It's dudes on a map. It is Battle of Gods.
Same thing.
It is.
Yes.
This right here is a good one. This is very King of Tokyo-esque.
Oh, I forgot
And
about this.
it's really, we should play this in Pergola.
I've never played this one.
Really?
That's what I meant by I forgot. Like, I was like, I remember really wanting to play it because you guys looked like you were having so much fun playing it.
It's great. I love the conditions for, similar to King of Tokyo, you can either get the points, but here it's glory. You're going for glory or you're going for just total destruction.
Awesome.
Right?
Good.
And you also play the boards. You can move around to portals and you can charge up. And then the way you level up in this, you see on the side there, you're going to add cards to it. So every time you roll, your rolls get more and more powerful. It just feels so good. And the minis on this are just incredible.
It's so like deluxe feeling.
It is.
Yeah. It's massive and like
It
they're like
is.
sun dropped and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Just like base.
Yeah.
Like there's one version of it. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, this is really good. This is almost replaced King of Tokyo for me because this is just, I love that moving around the map. And it's a small map, so you can't really run and you can't hide. I'm coming for you.
that
This
cover is
is-
fire too.
This is
Yeah,
one of those
so
games
good.
kind of creeping up. It's not in my top 100, but it might get up there.
It's
I really
101.
like it. Yeah.
It's in
so
our
fun.
house, which says something.
Yes,
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
There aren't 100 games in your house, but yet this is one of them.
Time to redo your list, it sounds like.
Oh, no.
We have more than 100
All right,
games.
80, and that is Battle of Gods.
$79 for me is, I'm going to harken back to something, Mill, I believe this was on your list. This is very similar to the game Planted. This is Summer Camp. Phil Walker Harding
another
game
good one.
from Buffalo Games. And one that, kind of like you said with Planted, feels really nice. Like it feels a little bit deluxified. It's a little deck building game, and you have a couple of different themes of what that year of summer camp can be. And you mix like 3 little things from these little tuck boxes within the big box, and you set up your decks, and you're ready to go. Very fast playing, very charming, adorable, and yet some good different avenues of how you're going to play. Do you rush all of your campers straight to the end, or do you rush one of them straight? Do you kind of even stack them so you get bonus points in different ways? I love this one. This is a phenomenal first deck building game that I think anyone should play. Anyone should check out.
Yeah, this one's really fun, and I think it's a perfect choice of artwork for this game as well.
Yeah.
Because it just feels childish without being kiddie in a nostalgic way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like artwork you would have liked back there, but it just has that very almost not retro, but again, nostalgia feel right out of the bat. And you kind of connect with the different activities you're doing, as you're going through and going up the tracks and things. So this is I agree, a very pleasant game. Definitely one I would put right next to Planted.
Yeah. Love this one.
Oh, that's right. I'm next. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Oh, that threw me off. All right. My number 79 is It's Back. And by that, I mean it's taken the last 2 years off of the top 100
love these
list.
games.
It
Wow.
did. It
I'm
took
excited.
2 years off. So this is like the reverse of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like going
I
down.
know.
Mine are like, remember
Mine aren't
me?
coming back.
Mine came up. This is going to be Floriferous.
So what brought it back?
I think probably just the resurgent of different nature games and stuff, and so I'm just really loving that recently, and playing more Planted and that kind of stuff. I was like, I want to play another game kind of in that same family, I guess, but that does something different. And what I think this does really unique is has that build your own scoring mechanism, but the build your own scoring mechanism is also tied into your turn order selection. So you have the pawn, and you're going to choose one of the cards in the column to put your pawn on, and that's the card that you get to draft into your tableau, and that's either going to give you different symbols that go into scoring, or you take the last one, which is going to be your end game scoring condition. So I really like that balance as you're going of like, you really want to guarantee you get this one card, so you want to pick an earlier turn order, but maybe that's not the card that you want to draft. So it just has a really good push and pull, but still is easy to play and pleasant and just absolutely gorgeous.
I love games that have that turn order mechanism.
Yeah.
Where you may want a lower card, but you want to first pick next round, and you have to make that choice.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's my number 79. Back on the list after taking a 2-year break, a little snooze. Floriferous.
Sabbatical.
Nice.
This is a small box, right?
Oh, yeah.
It is, yes. Yeah, it's about this.
I was writing a research paper during that
I just
time.
couldn't see because I was like doing it right under the PowerPoint. It's about this big.
That big, okay.
All right, my number 79 is Pret-a-Porter, I think is how you say it. all the fancy people out there.
Pretty
I
Porter.
love economic games, and I especially love economic games that
strange
have
economics.
a super fun theme. And I love the way that they include the fashion theme into this, in the artwork, in the end of round scoring that you're doing.
It's a little bit of a surprise.
That's
Joey's journey over here is just
Like,
he's like, I'm ready
this
for
is-
it. He's like, whoa.
that's first edition board.
That is-
the
that
second
is,
one,
yeah.
second edition, a little swankier looking.
Matches the cover a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
I've only played the fancier version with all the extra cards and the extra designs. But yeah, I do love that you're trying to build your own fashion business, but you also ultimately at the end of the day have to make a good representation or good presentation at the big fashion show, because that's what's going to get people to buy your clothes. And so I think it's just a really nice mix of that awesome economic building some sort of like actual business, but then we have to do all this fashion stuff, and it ties in well.
I like
It's
that.
a
Very
super
nice.
good one. Yeah. If you've never tried it, I'm trying to figure out if you two would like it or not. But it's a really slick game that I think kind of flew under the radar twice. I think if it came out now,
Yeah.
more people would be interested in the theme. But like when it first came out, like just whiffed. And then the second time it came out, I got a little buzz and then kind of just.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
heard about it when it came out the second time, and it's one that I was excited to try, but didn't really have the accessibility, and then kind of just moved on, but not because of the game by
Yeah,
any
it's
means,
just
but
old.
just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
interest. Yeah, so
New stuff.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so there you go.
Cool.
All right, my number 79 is a big drop. 2 years ago, it was number 3.
Whoa.
Then last year was 15, and this year it is 79. And I don't know why. This is actually, we're calling our games. This is one we thought, should we get rid of it or not? We just haven't played it much. There's no reason for the drop. It just doesn't hit the table.
Well, there has to be a reason. I
don't
really
know. There
want
are other
to
games
find the
that's-
reason.
This is Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea.
Oh, no, you're good.
It's
Oh, I didn't realize that was ever. I'm actually surprised it was ever that high for you.
I
Okay.
agree, but there's other ones that give me that same feeling. This one I still love, but it's 3 boxes. It's a lot of different factions. I love all the factions. They're very asymmetric. They move around. I mean, this really feels good. But the people you play with, you have to choose the right people because this can get mean. You know, it's a 4X game, obviously. But then you can also, there's an assassin that you have an army there, an army here. If you have an assassin, you can just walk in, just kill somebody and come right back out. And that is rage-inducing for the other person. You know, it's just, this one, I don't know, it's just fallen. I wouldn't be surprised next year if it falls out because there's other games that I think do something similar to this.
Okay. Are they on your list as well?
They are. Yeah,
Okay,
later
got
on.
it.
So this one has fallen just because it has not hit the table much at all. I think I played it at cons a couple times, but that's it. But this one is probably my first foray. I still love the fantasy theme, you know?
Okay.
Right.
But it's just, so it's fallen a lot. But
Sometimes the excitement of a particular game fades a little bit. And that's
it
fine.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a big drop. But anyway, it's still great. Again, it's I think it's a great game. I still play it occasionally, but this is Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea.
Nice.
Also, to be clear, it's still your 79th favorite game
It's
of all
true.
time.
It's in the
Still a
top
good
100.
game.
It's still good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel bad.
Okay, be honest. Did it actually fall off your list, and then you're like, no, not yet, and put
Pretty
it back
much.
on?
I was like,
No,
"Whoa,
I'm not
that
ready
fell
for
really
that just
far."
yet.
It's like, I
another
feel like it
year.
wronged me. Oh my goodness.
One too many assassins.
Very pointed.
All right. 78 for me is a new game technically, right? This is an iteration of a very famous game. This is Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth. And so, yes, this is a riff off of Seven Wonders. Duel, which is a riff off of Seven Wonders. And it's been a few years, I think, since either of those games were in my top 100. I think this is the best of the system. I think it's the cleanest. It's kind of most pared down. There's no, like, discard this card to get 9 gold at this point. Everything's kind of like 1, 2, or 3 gold, right? Everything is simplified. But instead of losing tension from that, it's actually, I think, improved. Where you, with the multiple win conditions and loss conditions, you feel like it's kind of always, you're on the ropes in different ways. You have the opponent against the ropes, but then you're kind of, they better not give me more rings. You know what I mean? I love just how well fine-tuned this game is. This is my favorite version of it. And the theme doesn't hurt either. I really enjoy
Yeah.
this.
The theme, the
look.
art, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. All that stuff. So yeah, Duel for Middle-earth, 78.
This is a good one.
All
Nice.
right. My number 78 is another new one. I'm not pacing them out. I told you there's 4.
Wow.
We're like going right at it. This is going to be a roll and write, or kind of like a roll and write, I should say, but it's actually a draft and write. It's called Draft and Write Records. So in this one, you are building and managing a band with the drafting being the main mechanism here, but it still has those roll and write elements where you are filling in a player board, and it is just combo-tastic greatness. In a lot of these games, I can get lost in the combos sometimes, like not remember if I take an action, did I do this, did I do that, wait, what happens? And you end up just kind of getting lost in your own turn. And that's what I think really sets Draft and Write Records apart, is the way that as you have those combos, you can track everything through the board to make sure you don't miss something. So if you fill in one of these icons and it gives you a bonus, then that bonus actually has a little place to fill it in as well. So you don't fill it in until you take the action. So you're able to kind of track through your turns and be like, did I ever take this? No, I didn't, because it's not marked off. Oh, okay, hold on, let me do that real quick. And I love that element of it. Plus, there's a great tension to the drafting as you want to draft these band members, but you want to wait for the just perfect one that fits into your little like ecosystem almost that you're building, you know, with your different band members, make sure they have those synergies and stuff. And so I just really like the tension of the drafting mixed with the combo-tastic goodness that you can actually follow and not get lost in your turn. I think it is done so very, very well in this one, and that's why it's my number 78 Draft and Write record.
This was actually played at our game night here at the studio like last week or something. I thought it just made me happy to see it played, you know?
Yeah, it's good.
And it's so funny, it was like, I've got an a cappella group apparently, because I've got all singers. I'm like, oh man.
All singers and a drummer.
That's better than all bases, though.
Yeah.
Hey, you watch your mouth with Spinal Tap, right?
And this one too, I think it
This
has
is
some
good.
great little production things as well. Like all the cards have that linen finish, but it's linen finish in record style, and so it has like they start from the middle and go in circles out instead of
Really?
being like the crisscross. And so it's like looks like a record. Like all the cards have this kind of finish on them.
I see.
I'm a sucker for those little details like that.
I need to try this in person. I've only played it on Board Game Arena without having played the physical version, so I feel like some of that tracking combos was lost on me.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
I tried it on BGA as well, and I was like, no.
Okay.
I don't.
Even
I don't,
knowing it?
Yeah, even knowing it, it was just not as clean, I guess.
Okay.
Not as straightforward. So yeah, I prefer it in person for sure. 78.
Cool. All right, my number 78 is Fox Experiment. So this is a Pandasaurus game about breeding foxes to try to get the traits that you want, which are very gentle, happy, pretty, cute, fluffy foxes or something like that. And this is one of those games that feels like a roll and write, and I guess maybe in some ways it is, but it also feels like a whole full game instead of just like a lighter little roll and write. And so what I really love about this and what makes it special to me is that I get to roll a stupid amount of dice. So by the time you've built up through this game, you just have like a fistful and you can't hold them all in one hand. And there are just very few games that I feel like do that. And it doesn't make it feel like crazy, crazy lucky either, the fact that you're rolling that many dice. Like I feel like I've planned the dice that I want and I get to roll them all and I get to piece all the little pieces together. Yeah, I like this one a ton.
Yeah, it is fun because I think that's what you're saying is it's not overwhelming when you have all those dice to kind of put it together, but because a lot of them are half dice, and so then it becomes almost its own little puzzle. And so you like make chaos with your dice, and then you kind of clean them up in exactly the way that like fits you and your needs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very pleasing game.
It has a really good generational feel where even if someone else has a really good turn, you're like, oh, but your fox is going to come out to the market and I'm going to draft it.
Right, yeah.
And I've always just found genetics to be fascinating, the way that you never really know what a kid's going to have based on the parents, but they'll have something.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've not played this one. That makes me sad too.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
This
everybody
one, I
says it's
think-
great.
You'll
I
dig
think
it.
it's eluded
Yeah,
me, and I'm surprised it's not actually
You
on
played
here.
that though. You like it, right?
I really like
Yeah.
it, and so I think I just probably forgot to consider it.
Yeah,
sad.
It has both nature and probably death.
I know.
Yeah, that's
right?
fair.
And fistfuls of dice.
That's how you get to the
That's
fourth generation
Man,
of foxes.
No, I really like this one a lot.
All right, so this is a sort of social deduction, kind of hit and roll style game, but this one I really enjoy. It's the lighter of the two that came out around the same time. This is The Thing, the board game. This one I do enjoy because this, of course, one person's a thing. You're playing through the movie, the John Carpenter, of course. But it's so good. Everyone's role is unique. Everybody gets special abilities. You can re-roll these. You're better in this room or that. But then one person is the thing. And the whole thing is if you're ever with someone else, then you exchange roles you see and you can be infected. it makes it so fun where it's like, if I trust you, you've done things, I'm like, you've earned my trust. You have to go into this room real quick. Somebody else goes in there, then you come back, and I'm like, what just happened? It's like, I no longer trust you.
Yeah.
And it's all, this game shines, this is the lighter. There's another Infectionate Outpost, whatever, but this is the lighter one of the two, but I think this one is more approachable for larger groups. I really enjoy this. And there are times, it's all about when you reveal yourself. There have been so many times where at the end, nobody has, and you can reroll. You're fighting the thing and also the weather. Like the worse the weather
Love
is.
fighting the weather.
It's
Give
like,
boxing gloves on.
But you get to roll the weather die and, see how bad it is. And at one point, we had one girl in charge of the weather, and she could re-roll. So she always rolled the weather die. And she rolled it, and it was horrible. We would have all died. We were like, okay, she's going to re-roll it. And then she didn't. And they were like, it's been you all along. Played it straight the entire time. I love those moments. This one, I think, went under the radar, but it's a really good one.
Joey, you love to betray and be betrayed, don't you?
I do.
Does it for the drama.
Yeah, you just like those epic moments.
Yeah,
for sure. They're memories.
Games are about moments, and this has great ones. This is the thing.
Number 77 for me is a game that's not about the moments.
Oh.
Right? This is quite opposite to it. It's all about the whole grand scope of all human evolution, of all animal evolution. This is Darwin's Journey.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
This is such a good game. This was on my list previously at 71 last year, and in my mind I thought that this one would have gone up because I'm still playing it. For a big kind of sprawling worker placement Euro game with tons of combos and stuff. A lot of these games don't necessarily keep hitting the table as much as I would want, right? Because we play so many new games as a reviewer. And this one does. And then we played it a bunch on Board Game Arena. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, it's at 77. I don't know.
Is this the one that just recently had an expansion? There's two Darwin games I get mixed up.
No.
Okay, that's
the lighter one.
Okay.
Footsteps of Darwin got the
okay.
expansion.
This is the one with the wax seals.
The wax seals.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wax on. There's no wax off in this game.
Just wax on.
Once the wax is there, never leaves.
Exactly, right? Try getting that out of your feathers.
Like silly putty.
Anyway,
gets in your carpet.
But I love how many combos you can make in this game, and the fact that you adventure on the track and it gives you this bonus and lets you put out a 10. When you put out the last 10, then you also get this bonus.
Yeah.
That bonus lets you put out some seals, some envelopes rather. And then when you finish a stack of envelopes, you start moving on the track again. You're like, I've come full circle. End of the round, you get bonuses, and those bonuses might also chain into another combo of actions. The biggest drawback of this game is like someone brand new who is like, I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. Watching three experienced players like running circles around him is going to be like, cool, I played less than a quarter of the game that you guys did. The combos are that big and important. Anyway, I love this game. It's super good. And even if you're new to it, I think you should try it. Just know that you might play less than a lot of the other people at the table.
This was one I was afraid to come back to because it is just big and a lot, and it had been so long since I'd played. But because we pulled it up on Board Game Arena, I was able to just kind of like click and take the turns I remembered how to take, and it filled in the gaps, and that I kind of relearned as I went. And I just appreciate that. So this is one that I think does work well on Board Game Arena.
Yeah.
There's a lot of paths to victory to this. So much where like I never even touched that, I didn't move my boat or whatever. Yeah. It's good.
Very cool. My number 77 is a kind of like the summer camp pick. It's I think my like nostalgic game. It just like taps into that nostalgia. And I think again, same thing I say in there is the perfect artwork for it. This is gonna be Trailblazers, the John Muir Trail. I just think this is the perfect. It's such a nostalgic setting for me, coupled with such a gorgeous production and artwork that
You like.
I do like.
it.
Thank you. Yes, that really is just very pleasing to me. I think this has great resource management, as you do when you're on the trail, because here you are hiking the John Muir Trail. But ultimately, as you go through that tight resource management, you can't lose track of the goal, which is to hike to the top of the mountain. You know, and I love that aspect that you always do feel this pressure, and you're battling the weather, and you're battling being the first person on the trail to have the best pick of resources, and you're visiting different sites and peaks and things like that. And again, it just reminds me so much of these hikes that I've done and that I love, and in a tight resource placement with interesting kind of pressure of the game to keep going and making sure you have what you need at the right time to make the right distance. You know, so yeah, I really, really enjoy it.
I don't have enough games about fighting the weather, apparently.
Yeah, right? You gotta fight the weather.
Gotta
fight the weather. So yeah, my number 77 is Trailblazer, the John Muir Trail.
That's good.
Nice, nice. All right, my number 77 is Las Vegas Royale, and this is one that we have played a ton. Sorry.
This always surprised me when it's on your list, because I love it a lot. I forget that I'm never sure like how much you enjoy it or not.
No, I enjoy this.
Oh, I have played this.
So this is the mini games version. It's the newer one, the Royale version. There's I've played a lot of just the regular Las Vegas one as well. I like them both. So in this game, you're basically rolling your own set of dice, and then whenever you have to pick a number, and then all of those dice are going to go out, and you're basically trying to get majorities in each one of the areas, and there's a certain amount of money, and so the person with the highest majority gets the most amount of money. But what I think makes this game fun is that if you ever tie with someone else, then all those dice get removed. And so there could be this moment where Mila and I are really fighting out, for this $100 bill. We're both excited about it. And then we accidentally tie, and then Joey comes in with his one little die and is like, haha, I got all of it. And so I think that that's what makes this fun, is just that, like constantly trying to, outbid, or just being like, I'm going to put a little bit of stuff everywhere and see if just anybody messes up. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that I played once. I'd like to play it again.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I just played it once.
Make it happen.
All right, my number is 77. This is one that's new to the list, but not because it didn't deserve to be on there, but because it used to be so expensive, you feel like I should be on the list. This one, finally, it's going to be available now. I don't want to tell people to spend $1,000
You're
on
not
a
telling
game.
people. This is your
That's
choice.
not
This is your
worth
list.
it.
This is your choice. It doesn't matter.
But now you can do it. And this is also kind of like your summer
so what you're
camp.
saying is it wasn't worth a lot of money.
It is. This is like your happy summer camp, but this is a different camp. This is Camp Grizzly. Camp Grizzly.
It's coming back.
Oh, it's about bears.
It's
so
it is.
Right?
excited to play this.
This is
I'm
a you
excited.
game right here.
Cute little bears.
This is
On her t-shirt.
This is
So
every
good.
80s horror trope that you want. It is glorious. You are running from the killer in there, and you've
That
got
is not what I expected the board to look like.
no. That's
Is it a polyomino game?
Yeah, looks like it, right? It does.
It is I actually have a play mat that I made. Anyway, so the whole thing is you
digress.
get cards. Like, for instance, you might get a guitar that's called Kumbaya. So the killer goes for you because you're playing it the whole time, and you
I
can't
just
get rid
stop.
of
I
it
can't stop.
until you use it as a weapon. It's so good. And then
love
you'll
it.
find a counselor. You'll find the jock, and it's just this is great. It's a simpler, lighter game, but again, it's about the moments. And you see there the arrows. There are different ways to get out. You can take the boat, you can take the van, and whatever. So you have to mobilize, get all those things, and then go there and have your final encounter at the very end.
So this is not a cooperative.
No.
Is it-
Yes, you're
Is it like
against
a
the
one
bad
versus
guy.
many?
It is. I mean, but you also want to run faster than everybody else.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does someone run the bad guy?
No, the AI does that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You're just trying
it's-
not to get caught.
And it's coming from Trick or Treat next,
Yeah,
right?
Trick or Treat. I think it's on.
Oh.
I think it's on crowdfunding now or going to be soon.
I thought
but
it already did. I thought it was nearing fulfillment.
I don't know. I think it's money on crowdfunding. I don't know. It's
know.
coming
Yeah.
soon, so it's coming back out. And this is the other one they tried to release forever, but they never were able to get it. But now they have. So this is one definitely to check out.
Super stoked.
Nice.
76 is kind of the opposite of Joey for me. This is a game that's hard to find. It's out of print. You're going to have to spend way too much money if you want to try to find
How rude!
Risk Star Wars Edition.
Wow, really?
Is this in the library? Do we know?
Yeah, this is in the
There you
library.
go.
Yeah.
So
Come to
you
the-
just have to spend enough to come to Dice Tower West or East or the cruise.
Yeah,
Good segue.
exactly.
Might be
Thank
as
you.
much as this costs online.
There you go. So why not play it with us?
Yeah, so this is a game from 2015, mass
Ah.
market, but not Risk. It was called Risk just because they were hoping that it would sell more. So there's 3 areas of the battle. Really what this is Star Wars Queen's Gambit like simplify it a little bit.
Yeah,
So instead
one
of
level.
4 different areas, there's 3 different areas. You put out a few cards, you kind of programming your next 3 turns in a row. And as you flip over a card, it gives you a choice. Do you activate this type of ship in the space battle, or do you do the stuff on the side of the board? And so you kind of like program in the order of cards, but each card gives you a little bit of flexibility and choices of what you do. If you're the Rebels, you're trying to blow up the Death Star. You got to blow up the shield generator, blow up Death Star 2. This is Return of the Jedi, the board game. If you're the Empire, you're trying to crush the Rebels. It's great. It's simple. Lots of dice chucking. It is, but it's a card-driven game. It's so different from Risk. I think the closest thing that you could probably find to this now available would be the new Battle of Hoth game. Card-driven, dice-chucking war game, 2 players head-to-head, right? So like that's like the substitute. But otherwise, I think this game's great. It's a great like $25 game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
like the $150 you'll find it online now.
Wow. Yeah.
If it wasn't Star Wars themed, how high do you think it would be?
I mean, I have no shame in admitting that like most of my life, Return of the Jedi was my favorite Star Wars movie. I dressed up as Luke Skywalker from this movie in like 5th grade for Halloween one year.
We need a picture.
I didn't have a lightsaber. I was just a kid wearing a black costume. And people are like, who are you? Like, I'm Luke Skywalker. Can't you tell?
Oh man, I was hoping you'd tell me you like painted a stick or something. I'm so disappointed.
It was such a lame costume. It was so bad. But
Wow.
yeah, so the theme helps tremendously. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
still think it's a very well done game. But especially for a long time, like this is a good approachable Star Wars game that you could find.
But that's so great though when the theme matches the mechanism so well that it's like a perfect marriage of it, you know? So it's like you can't discount like how much does the theme bring because you're like it's so well integrated that it doesn't matter. you
Yeah.
know? Like
Right.
I like that's great. All right, my number 76 is my last new to the list of this chunk here, not forever and ever. This is going to be Distilled. I took way too long to play this game. It is one that I was very interested in, but nature of what we do here, if the game comes in and it's played and reviewed, then it kind of moves on, and so do we, So it took a very long time for me to get it to the table, but when I did, man, it was worth all of that wait. I love what you're talking about, that thematic integration here. I really enjoy it. I think this is a great rule book for that as well, because it has these little tidbits of how the theme is integrated and why they did it a certain way. But then it's also like, hey, this doesn't really match how it would work, but for the game, and this is why we did it that way. And so I really appreciate that as well. I think it shows that they did do the homework of how does this distillation process work? How do we make this fun to play? But then the mechanisms behind it are so much fun as well. It feels like a push your luck game, as you can see here in the picture, where you're shuffling up before, as you distill, you put everything in, you distill it by shuffling it up, and then take off the top and the bottom card. And that just leads to those really great moments of like, let's see what this is. Let's see, is
like
it
that.
moonshine or is it, whatever, one of the higher spirits or something. So I just really enjoy the mechanisms of the game with a great theme that you kind of can't tell which came first, the mechanisms or the theme, and I think both of them are so very well represented in this package.
That's
So
a great way to put
And
it.
you understand it so much better than I do.
yeah, well, it's a topic that I'm interested in. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So for sure, it's the stuff I've personally researched and stuff. So yeah, I really enjoy.
researched.
Personally, I've got my
There's
experience.
spirit, Wendy. You're distilling.
Yeah. You brew a lot of beers in this game.
What are you doing tonight? Research.
Fine, my number 76 is research. I mean distilled.
All right, my number 76 is New York 1901. This I feel like is almost a predecessor to Foundations of Rome, even though it's not technically, but it has a lot of similar elements to it. So you are basically collecting plots of land on a board, and then you have these 2 or 3 size polyomino pieces, and you're trying to build up buildings. What makes this a little bit different than Foundations of Rome is that instead of all the different types of building scoring, instead you're trying to create majorities on streets. So you want quantity over quality, but also you want quality buildings. So you want to be able to build really big buildings because they're worth more. And you originally can only build these like lower class buildings.
Right.
And so you have to demolish them to build something bigger to the next level. But you have to have reached far enough on the point track to be able to unlock that. And so there's this constant battle of like, when am I going to demolish one to make something bigger? do I actually want to make it bigger, or do I want to make 2 or smaller high quality buildings so that I can get those majorities? And so just really enjoy what's going on in this game.
They're coming out with a new version, I think.
Oh, are they?
And I think it was called something dorky, like New York 1904. I was like, don't do that to me.
I mean, it's better than 1902. I mean,
Right.
come on.
New York XP.
New York 19XX.
Are they changing the streets then? Like, what changes between those years?
I don't know, yeah, but I'm excited because this is a great game that I think more people should check out.
I just played this recently. I agree. Yeah. All right. My number 76 did fall a bit, but not very bad. But this is a battling game. It's not all about the fighting, but it's also about how you die and how much glory you get. This is Blood Rage.
Oh, it's all about Loki.
It really is about Loki, you know? I love when you get the guys like, I just want to die. You know?
And you're like,
There you
got
go.
it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
focus on the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
Blood
one.
Rage.
It's so dark. I'm ignoring that.
I tried to move on. Just kept
Go
going
home and
back to it.
research. So pretty much, I do love the fact that if you want to die, you just see these 2 huge armies about to go at it, and you're like, hold on. You just jump in, and you're like, now we got to kill him too. It's just, I mean, I don't know. The fact that it has so many different avenues rather than just battling, I think it stands out. But it hasn't hit the table a lot, but this is probably, I think it might be my only one of his series. He's
You were thrown off by that transition too.
Yeah. Which
one?
Anybody else?
Oh, I know. What was that?
Like, oh, all right.
Extra special.
I saw that.
That's just from here on out, they're all that.
They're all flourishes.
Research.
Yeah, I was like, I've
okay.
been researching. What just happened?
Okay, yeah. So, anyway, my number 76 is Blood Rage.
75 for me starting here. It's starting the A phase. I'm in my A game now.
All right. Oh,
You
this
ready
is
for
it.
this? We're going underwater in Aquatica.
Oh, that was a good one. That's a crossover.
Yeah, it was
Heyo.
with you already, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I anticipate that's not going to be the only
will
one.
probably be
this
more.
is such a good game of card comboing and that whole idea of playing cards out from your hand until you spend a turn to pick up all of your action cards. But you combo that with like getting more of those manta rays and the sliding the boop and the zip of the zop to be able to zip zap that one to tippy top this. I love everything that this game does. And it feels so like that central board. The first time I saw it, when it was like you can tuck cards in here and slide them up. I was like, okay, fine. And then I used it. I was like, got it. This was a great production choice.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could have just put a cube on every card and move it down.
No, you could not have.
No, that would
No.
have kind of stunk.
I was like, yeah, could not disagree stronger.
Yeah.
That is not the case now.
You also could not have mantas. You could have tokens, but
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
But I
Yeah.
want
so
the
sad.
mantas.
It just sells that theme, right? I mean, it just feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you like card combos at all, you got to check out Aquatica. It's so good. 75.
Agreed. My number 75 is Rising. Let's see. Hold on, I'm going to give you stats on this one. First of all,
Ooh,
this is going
Rising
to be
5.
Welcome to... No.
Rising Sun.
No. You're getting better, though.
I don't know any other Rising
All
games.
right, this is Welcome to. But
Red
this,
Rising.
this last year was 98. So it is one that is just kind of having this resurgence, but it's always been on my list. This is my original roll and write, but again, it's kind of a flip and write here because it's cards, not dice based. It's kind of the original for it, but I think what has really resurged this is just loving all the additional maps. I've really been enjoying going through them each season. I've recently gotten the collector's edition as well, which makes it all dry erase, which was add-ons before and stuff. But it just has some new fresh artwork and stuff. But man, do I love that in this game there are going to be 3 sets of cards that you can choose from, so you'll have a number and an action, and there's 3 of those combos, and you get to choose one of them. What that means is that everybody playing has the same 3 options, but they have full, disclosure to choose whichever one they want. So it's very much everyone had the same information through the whole game, but who used it the best? Who really maximized
that.
the entire game. And I love just that. kind of decision space that you kind of put yourself into a corner and have to find your way back out of it and readjust with the different goals. And again, as you're playing with different maps, if it's on Halloween, for example, you're going through and trying to trick or treat, and get the right combination of candy. If it's playing during the apocalypse, you're doing other things, So I just love that little variations on a very great gameplay.
It's funny because you point that out that, like, in theory, everyone could just make the same choices and wind up with the same map at the end of the game. But that never happens.
No.
'Cause as
Never.
soon as you choose one thing, you're like, I was going for the pool.
Right.
Oh, that has now informed my next 5 turns, which
Right.
is going to branch me so far off from anything else.
Right, and even if you choose the same option, you have 3 streets you can put it on.
Yeah.
So there's like these layers of the decision as well. So yeah, I really, really enjoy Welcome to in all of its variations.
And the maps just changed it enough to give you a theme, right?
I haven't
Just enough.
played the maps. I've
They're-
only played their basic.
They are so very slight in what
Yes,
they do,
I like that.
but so exciting and
Right.
fresh, if that
Yes.
makes sense. It's not slight that it's forgettable,
Right.
but it's not anymore that it complicates the game.
So it's not as much as Welcome to the Moon, where like
No,
every map is
Oh my
so
God.
very
No.
different.
No. It's
Yeah.
like one, like literally, like some of the houses have a piece of candy on it, or the Easter one, for example. And if you put on the Easter, it'll have Easter eggs on some of the houses. And if you put a number that has a closed circle on it, then you collect that Easter egg. And so if you put a 6 on there, you get 1. But if it has 2 Easter eggs, you want an 8 on there because then you get both of them. And so then the eggs have some end game
Theme.
scoring. So again, such a small little thing, that it just kind of livens it a little bit.
It's really cool.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Welcome to.
All right, number 75 for me is one that has really fallen from grace now that I look at my numbers and I'm like, oof, I don't fully know what happened, but
Pulled a
this
Joey.
was in my top 10 the
wow.
last 2 years,
Hero.
and now it is 75. So this is Destinies.
Oh.
So I think for me, I've just cooled on this just because like we played so much of this when the first couple boxes came out, the big Kickstarter, and then it just took us a really long time to get to the most recent one. I feel like we got it a little bit later in the office than we had originally planned, or like we thought we were going to get it, and then we ended up playing one. We got busy with something else, and it's just, I don't know, getting back into it just felt like a little bit harder, and it wasn't as exciting as I wanted it to be. But I still love the game, and I still have amazing good memories of this. So this is one of those games where you just run around and you look at stuff and you interact with things, and it is so heavily story driven, and you never know what you're going to get when you interact with something. You look at this lake and you're like, hey, there's a lion at the lake. That's weird. Like, is he going to give me an amazing blessing, or am I going to have to fight this guy? Like, I have no idea going into it. Here's a floating cow. What? And so I just love that there's so much interesting, fantastical elements to it and such fascinating storyline, but also it's competitive and you're trying to reach your goal before everybody else because you want to hear your cool ending. And so I just think there's so much going on story-wise. It is still a great game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
This is a good one. All right. My number 75 is new to the list. And this is actually, we played one with this mechanism this morning. This also has a Mancala mechanism.
Oh,
But
nice.
this is Ostia.
Oh, that's a good
Ostia right
choice.
here. It's a race, but there are so many options. And again, I told you guys this morning, I'm liking the Mancala whole thing more and more as more I see it. This one has it. You just move it around because it makes it so simple. And then you can load up a good action, or you can just wait and just use it because you get so excited. And you're just, it's a race pretty much. You're trying to get to the end, trying to get victory points. But the way you upgrade your ship, your board, all that, this game just flows. The fact that it's I think it has enough depth, but it's also approachable for newer gamers. So it just really, you just show them, you just go around the board. I really, really enjoy this one. This is another one that when I first saw the size of the box, I thought, but it hits the table a lot because it's just very easy to teach.
It is definitely lighter than what you're going to think when you see the
Exactly. What
box,
it
when
looks
you
like.
see the
Yeah.
board, when you're setup seems like
Yep.
it takes a really long time.
Yep.
It kind of gives a sense of a heavier game. So
It does,
good
yeah.
choice.
So this is a great one. 75 is Ostia.
74 for me doesn't start with the letter A, but there's a lot of A's. In fact, all the vowels are A's. This is the only theming I have to go with the section of the 10 list with.
Oh dear.
Mandala. This is a
That is a lot of
two-player,
A's.
another two-player game only. This is kind of like a lane battler before lane battlers got big, because you have 2 circles, 2 mandalas you can play in. You can play cards on your side or in the middle. Your opponent can do the same thing. But once a color's represented anywhere in the circle, in the mandala. It can't be repeated. So no one could play green on their side right now, right? Because it's in the middle. And so the only way to draw more cards is to play in the middle. Those are the prizes that you're playing for, whereas what you're playing on your side is like control, trying to have the majority in it. It's so good. It almost feels like a little bit ahead of its time because now lane battlers have gotten much bigger.
Yeah.
And it's a shame to me that this game is not like a mega hit because I think it's so clean and so good. If it got reprinted with like Azul tiles and stuff, it was like way overproduced and stuff, I think that it would like make a bigger splash. But as is, if you want a great, simple, quick, but really rewarding card game, Mandala is incredible.
That's funny because I don't like lane battlers, but I love this game. So it's got something that's a little bit different in there that sings to me.
Yeah, it's definitely different from like land, air, and sea and those types of things, but it also has some similarities to that.
I think I'd like to see this production become more mainstream, where if it's just like laying down cards and moving them around, give us a mat, like a fabric mat, not a board, you know?
Yeah.
I love that. My number 74 is a game by Ryan Lockett. I think this is one of his lesser known games or lesser of fame games. This is going to be Rome. I really enjoy the polyomino placement aspect of this, but it's not a polyomino that you're necessarily placing on a board. You're using your different characters, which are going to have a polyomino shape, to place your pieces out. And as you complete these cards, then whoever has the majority there is going to earn that card, which then gives them an additional character with an additional polyomino to use. And ultimately, you're just trying to get the most points and kind of use that spatial awareness in order to get majority on these cards to have the most points at the end of the game. And so I really enjoy the spatial element of this one and think that it's really, really good for an area control because that's not something that I tend to like. I think that this one does it very well in a simplistic, straightforward way.
Did you say this is 2-player only?
No,
Or
it's up to 4.
It's up to 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it just depending on which side of the table you sit. It's only 4 because the direction that you're facing that main board is
That
the direction your
matters.
polyomino is. You can't rotate them.
Got it. Okay,
So
that's cool.
Yeah, so I like it a lot. So that's gonna be Rome.
Nice. All right, my number 74 is one of my late 9 party games that I like to play at conventions, and this is Werewords. So I am not a fan of werewolf games or social deduction games typically, but this takes it and like gives you a real game to play while you're doing social deduction-y stuff. So I'm much more interested in this. So basically it's 20 questions, but you've got someone who knows the word that's a werewolf and is trying to get everyone to not guess it. And you're someone who is the seer that knows the word and they're trying to help but not be too helpful because at the end the werewolf gets to kill them off if they guessed correctly.
You promised, Joey.
Sorry. I know.
You did.
All the snoozes.
That you did.
But yeah, I love this one because it is that 20 questions, but then you have those secret roles and you have those weird games where someone is always the werewolf and you're like, you again, you know.
Yeah.
Those
Like, there's no
weird
way. It
moments.
can't be,
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
I
can't
love
be.
that that goes in your head. You're like, well, it can't be him again. And you're like, the odds are the exact same now.
Or
as
worse,
they
you're
were
like, well, it was you last time, and so it's got to be this time. Like, yeah,
I do love that.
you go
Yeah.
one way or the other.
Yeah, so this is just a fun, great, like big group party game.
I agree. So good. All right. This is another really big falling game. This was 8 2 years ago. It was 8 last year. They have certain types of games that when another type of game that's really close comes in, it's kind of like a Highlander moment. It's like, there can be only one.
Got
you know?
it.
It's
Yeah.
like, I have to ask you to leave. This one's still a good game, but it's fallen a lot because it's just a heavier roll and write that another one has kind of replaced it. But this is, with Gladiators, Hadrian's Wall.
You feel like it sounded like you were so sad to say that. You're like,
The Gladiators are the. It's
out.
like,
I don't want to tell you this pick.
I
Makes
saw
me
some.
sad.
I watched someone
nobody
teach this, and
understands
they're
the
like,
gladiators.
"Listen, here are the gladiators. We're not going to talk about them." They're like, "What later?" Like, no, we don't really mention them at all. You know, it's like. But Hadrian's Wall is great, and again, this reminds me of what you were saying with Draft and Write. This has so many. I mean, so many cascades that you do get lost. You're like,
Oh, okay.
where am I? And it feels good, but then you're like, wait, did I already get that? Because it feels so good. There's that endorphin rush of just boom, boom, boom. Where am I? You know?
Yeah.
So that's what makes us feel good, but also kind of what you have to really pay attention to it. This again, it's a fantastic game. It is a heavier rolling, right? But I really enjoy this. There's another one that kind of scratches this itch now, but again, it feels multiplayer solitaire, which is okay with me, you know, because there's so much to do on your turn.
Nice.
So much to do. There's so much to see. So what's wrong with taking
The Wall Street.
The Wall Street.
Is this a reference? I don't
It's a
understand.
song.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a famous song.
Did you ever
From
play
Shrek.
The Anarchist?
Oh,
or
I thought you were
the
gonna say Taylor
Anarchy?
Swift.
Yeah.
No, because you played with my wife, and
Yeah.
you all said it was just. I like the second board that has. I want to try it.
Yeah.
Did you like that more?
I liked this one more.
You do?
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'll probably
I
love
just
that.
was curious if you did.
No,
Yeah.
I want to. But anyway, Hadrian's Wall with Gladiators, 74.
73 continues the A train. This is a big old space epic.
Is it at the beginning of the word or in the middle of the word?
It is the beginning of the word. It's a
Oh,
single
it's a
syllable
space
word.
epic.
Starts with A. Trick taking in space.
Oh, is it about Noah?
It's the crew.
It's about orcs. Yeah.
How was close?
No, I adore this game. This is such a cool, weird way to do a space combat epic kind of a game.
Yeah.
With this lead and follow card play that I think is just tremendous. And it gives you so many weird avenues. You're dealt a hand of cards and you go, well, that's not what I was hoping for. So how do I make this work? And you still can. I think it does player-driven scoring is something I think you said about Floriferous. That whole idea of you can make things work even when they're not really set up the way you're hoping, and it's just a tremendous game. There's mitigation in cool ways, and there's so many avenues that open up that you're like, all right, I'm gonna take a gamble. Let's go with this. You throw a card and face down or face up or whatever. Game's so good. I voted for it for several of the Dice Tower Awards, but just not enough people, I don't think, have played it for it to get like the wider spread recognition. But I think the people who love it so much, you know.
That's true.
So yeah, Arcs, my number 73.
All right. My number 73 is another Ryan Lockett game, and this is the big open world Sleeping Gods. I love the exploration of this, the open world nature, where you're going to come across, kind of like you were saying in Destinies, you're going to come across something, you have no idea what's going to happen, and it might open up another path. But that path is not a direct path. You still are wandering around this whole world trying to find these relics. So it feels very, you can do whatever you want, but also you need to do certain things, so you're going out there looking for those things and following up on these leads and stuff. So it has this little bit of deduction almost to it in a very open world setting, and just ultimately creates a really epic experience, I think. You know, each game is about 10 hours. That, of course, you can be split up, but over the course of that 10 hours, you build a really neat experience. So it has this campaign feel that you can just sit down and play through for the full 10 hours, and 10 hours is an estimate, you know, or you can break it up in multiple sessions. But just hits a real sweet spot, I think, in open world exploration.
Do you lump this together with Distant Skies, or
Yeah.
do you
I do,
consider
yeah.
them separate?
Yeah, no, I haven't actually played Distant Skies.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's
that
a
great?
great cover, man.
Yeah, it's
It
funny with how
really
much you like
is.
it. I assume that you would have
Yeah.
tried it, but yeah, I haven't tried
Again,
it
it
either. I'm
came
curious.
through, got played, got reviewed, and
Yeah.
moved on.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah,
That happens.
Hazard of the job.
Many times that happens. All right, number 73 for me is the Lord of the Rings trick-taking game, The Fellowship of the Ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one we played through the entire campaign with our daughter this year, and so this is my only new one on this list, actually. And it takes everything that I loved from the crew, and it just adds that Lord of the Rings theme to it. And so it's got some fresh new ideas, but also is a lot of the same old of just playing that cooperative trick taking, which I love, of trying to figure out how to play that card when you're like, this is not an obvious like solution, and so you have to find and just like the perfect timing and how to get those cards played so the right person wins the right numbers. And I love that, and I think the Lord of the Rings theme just adds a nice little bit more to it than you might see in the crew. So it's a good one.
You think that this is more thematic than the crew somehow?
It's more thematic. I don't know if
Win all
I
the
don't know if
fours.
it's necessarily higher on my list than the crew, but it's more thematic.
Yeah. We actually played the crew last week, and we're like, should we just read the flavor stuff or just what we have to do? You know? It's like, you found the ship. It's like, I don't like fours. It's like, okay.
The oxygen's running out. Put these in order.
You're like, oh. Okay, my number 73 is actually plays up to 7, which is pretty rare, and it's not a party game. But this is Seven Wonders Architects.
Oh, nice
I like this
pick.
game a lot because, I mean, first of all, just the packing of it, it comes out so quick. Here you go. Here's everything you need. you've got it, you know? And you are actually building a monument. And it's it's simpler to teach. I like this. I prefer this over Seven Wonders. But it's just, I love everything about this. I like the battle mechanic where you can do it or you don't have to. You get the choices. It's all about who you sit next to. This has a lot going for it. And again, the visual, I like games that visually have you see the game progress. Because you're building your monument and slowly you see those being turned and going forward. And I really enjoy this game a lot.
I enjoy teaching this game because as you're taking out those trays, everyone is feeling like new players are like, what did I get into? Oh my gosh, hold on, what is happening? And then you explain, you get like one round, they're like, oh wait, I got this, and then they feel like they're having like a bigger game experience than what the rules belie here.
Exactly.
So it's a great entry or on ramp, I think, into some of these more deluxe experiences.
Yeah, and the expansion is great too. I think we talked about that. Whatever, just adds just enough to give a little bit of variety to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Seminoles Architect is by 73.
Nice pick. I teased Joey a little bit because we like a lot of the same games, but we also have different philosophies. You love games that have really great moments in them.
Yes.
My number 72 is a game that is absolutely that. It's so thematic. This is called Vagrant Song. This is a co-op boss battler type of a game, but it also has this amazing rich theme to it of being on a haunted ghost train, which is just one of my favorite things. It's like one of the best things America ever came up with. We invented trains and then immediately we're like, there's probably ghost trains.
Oh, that is lore I've never understood. Like, why?
But I assume trains were invented in the United States. I don't actually know the history.
We'll say yes.
I would just assume not, actually.
Yeah.
So they're really opposite sides of that.
I
don't
have
know.
no
We're
idea.
claiming it right here, right now.
Yes.
Well,
That's
because
right.
Germany doesn't have like ghost train stories, so
Maybe we just invented bad trains that wrecked a lot.
there's
So-
probably something to that. So you're possibly deceased,
Which is why we
maybe
have
you're
so many
not.
ghosts over here
You know
on the
what?
train.
Honestly, it's probably because we had the Wild Wild West where people would like steal stuff from trains, and so a train might just keep
train might
going,
just vanish
and
or-
or just vanish, or whatever, and just
I
be
don't
suddenly
know.
empty of people because,
I don't know. Someone in
robbed,
the
they
some
stole
of the
people?
comments is
Yeah.
going to correct me.
or they killed all the
hard.
people. I don't know.
But anyway, I love this whole thing. There's like markers around, and like there's a lot of games where like you move around, you fight the boss or whatever. But like thematically, you're healing, you're returning their humanity, which is still killing them because they're ghosts. But those same things can also heal you. But there's like markers you put on certain spaces of the board that if you go and interact with, you read a little story entry that's so it's so immersive. It's so well done. But then there's also little markers that you put on like different tracks, like health tracks and stuff. So different story beats just pop up in such amazing ways. This is a game that if you haven't checked out, it's worth it. It's worth struggling through the rule book, but I think that there's like a second edition of the rule book which is better. So I really need to check that out. But anyway, love this game. Need to get it played more often. Vagrant Song.
This one's passed me by, and yes, I've read the rule book 3 times, but yet to play it because I'm like, whew, never mind. But
That's what-
I'm
it's
super
Someone else
intrigued.
to run it.
Like you're saying, it's simpler than the rules convey.
I agree.
But it is a
me
struggle.
too.
Yeah.
Got it.
That is sad
You
when
all
that
work
happens.
so good on this
Right.
too.
All right, thank you for the super chat as well. And yes,
Britain invented
it's
the
just
train.
yes. So absolutely, I'll bring my coffee. All right, next up, 72 for me is a game that has for both a competitive and a cooperative version included in the box if you get the right version. And the only way I will play is with that cooperative version that's in a very specific edition. And I can never remember which edition it is, but this is going to be Stop Thief. I have never played it competitive, and I have no interest in playing it competitive because I think I'm too stupid. But cooperatively, I think this is a fantastic game. This
is a
is
good
going
game.
to be where you are going around trying to catch these thieves, and you're doing it by sounds and putting together, I guess, deducing where they might be. And so it is app driven, as you're seeing here. It has to have an app, and that app is going to play a sound, and you're piecing together a series of sounds to try and figure out where they are and then race over there to get them before they steal something. And so I think this works really well in a cooperative setting because you're able to talk out loud. Wait, what was the last sound? Hold on. It was this, so it can only be here. Oh, wait. And then somebody else jumps in and has another. I didn't see it from this angle over here. Maybe it's in here instead. And I think it really needs that in order to shine. And I absolutely just love it in that setting. So this is one that my son loves to play as well. And any game that'll get him involved is a win for me. So this is just a really big, as a collaborative or cooperation game, is so much fun. So, yeah, this is going to be Stop Thief.
Nice.
I don't know if this is the
It's a
box
good
cover.
one.
Does
Yeah, this is
anyone
the new
know?
one, I think. Yeah,
This
it
is the
is.
one.
This is the
Yeah, this is
restoration
the one.
games
Restoration
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
No, the restoration has 2 covers, and one cover has the cooperative variant in it, and the other does not.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Huh, I
I've
did not
only
know that.
ever
I was-
seen this one.
Is the cooperative
only
variant
played
just like a
co-op.
hard mode?
No, it's you have a specific deck that you're going through of, like, you have to catch these 8 criminals, and you're working together to go through them. And
Okay.
you know, so anyway.
All right, my number 72 is Five Tribes. So this was introduced to me through the Will Wheaton tabletop, TV show YouTube series back in the day, and it is one that I have loved for years. So you are trying to make little lines of picking up little meeples of the same color, and depending on where you end depends on what space you interact with, but then the color of the meeple determines like what action you're taking. And so I just really love the combination of trying to figure out those proper paths, and it's always changing because everyone's turn, they're moving stuff and laying down these little meeples, and so I really enjoy how the paths and everything work, and so that you can end right where you want to end, and also lots of different scoring, lots of different ways. Yeah, this is just an oldie but a goodie for me.
Yeah, it's feels like it's got a lot going on, but then once you start going through the motions of it, you're like, got it. Okay, market
Yeah.
card, got this, upgrade this, claim the property. Yeah.
I disagree.
You love this one, didn't you?
No, I feel like this one does not get more simple the more you play. I don't. Yeah, and that's probably just the way my mind works.
Like there's just more you have to look at. kind of
Right.
thing?
I was like, no, I definitely disagree that it like kind of melts away, but that's the way my mind works. This is an incredibly overwhelming game to me.
I guess the decision space doesn't ever
Yeah.
feel like it's getting easier, but the understanding how all the different scoring avenues and stuff.
Just
you're
remember the
like, got it.
colors and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, remembering the covers, like I never quite memorized them, and then I just gladiator the game and just ignore parts. So I'm like, never mind. I'm just pretend that is not there.
She's like,
Don't forget you can do this. I'm like, nope.
Ridley
I'm going to ignore
Scott.
the board.
Yeah, right. Like, nope.
Ridley Scott is so angry that Gladiator the game now is meaning just chopping off a part and be like, I don't care about it.
That'll be
This one
fine.
doesn't matter.
Shut the door.
Just don't collect cards. No, yeah, I really enjoy Five Tribes. 72.
All right, my number 72 actually was taught to me by you at
Ooh.
East a couple years ago. At the end, you're like, hey, play this. I'm like, all right. Again, it was one that passed me by, but then I played it. I'm like, this is great. And now I love it. This is Sky Team.
Oh, this is so good.
Sky Team is really good. I mean, it's 2 players. You're trying to land a plane and you can't talk to each other. This is just such a blast.
It is.
really is.
It
This
is.
works so well. Everyone I teach this to is just like, yeah, I mean, I have so many friends that are couples and they buy this because it's such a great game. And all the expansions just add more variety and fun to it.
All the modules.
All the modules,
Right,
yes.
yeah.
So each one plays so different, and it's a quick game. This just is everything I want out of a 2-player game.
It is. It almost feels like The Crew, but with dice, in
Right.
that you're trying to communicate something without communicating anything.
Yes.
And this is not trick taking, obviously, but yeah, no, this is so good. I was
can't-
right to teach you.
Yes, I love. You can't communicate, but you can go.
You should. You can say like, I'm communicating.
Not there. Place it somewhere else. Flip the die over.
It's like, okay, that's where you want to put it. But yeah, this is
Sound like a threat.
This is really good. This is Sky Team 72.
Yeah.
My number 71 brings the total of the last 5 games to having 12 A's out of 18 vowels in the alphabet.
So this one also starts with an A?
No, it does not. But it has a lot of A's in it. This is Rajas
12 A's
of the
in it?
Ganges.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, if you just look
Okay.
at the last 5 games, there's just a lot of A's.
What were you doing while you were counting all this?
I don't know.
Not
listen-
listening?
Not listening to
Yeah,
you guys.
not listening at all.
Clearly.
Joey asked, what's the theme of these 10 games? I was like, nothing.
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of A's. So anyway, Rajas of the Ganges, fantastic worker placement game. And this is one of those games that looks way busier And it looks so overwhelming when you first look at this board.
There's not one space they cannot stick an icon. They don't have
Yeah,
one.
right.
It's like, it's crazy.
How about some dead space here? Trees!
Yeah, right.
More icons. It is so busy. I remember the first time we were taught this game, or someone made me learn it or something. I unfold the board. I go, we're going to be here all night at the game store. And I was like reading through, like, oh, God, it's just worker placement. Any resources you collect are different colored dice, and you roll those dice. Low numbers are used for the river. High numbers are used to buy tiles, basically. Cool. And
Yeah,
it's-
there's like 4 parts in the whole map
Yeah.
that actually matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that river is busy, as the kids say, as heck.
This is the first time I ever saw that like crisscrossy scoring that you also see in Ark Nova.
Yes.
And that just blew my mind. That I was like, oh my gosh, I can end over here and you could end over here because we crossed at different spots, but we crossed at the same turn. Like,
Can you
it
get
amazed
negative
me.
in this?
I've never counted points.
don't count it as
like
negative.
someone wins.
You just play for fun?
Yeah, like, I don't really score games. I just go to the last round, then I'm like, I'm done.
I'm gonna
board gaming.
I'm going to be aware of time here, but I'm just going to go on a rant and say, Ark Nova, and this is a game that you just play like someone wins. I don't care about points. Like I don't like playing this game because my points at the end of the game are -6 because I didn't cross my. Don't count them. You won or you lost. Doesn't matter how much you lost by. Cross the streams and win.
Even if you don't count them,
Ghostbusters told me not
Nope,
to do that.
I'm gonna need a positive score.
your parents are out there counting them as
I'm
they
happy.
watch.
I'm happy to win with or lose with a positive score, but I'm
Then-
livid to lose with a negative score.
Then
Like,
everyone-
something doesn't feel good.
Then how many spaces you're apart, everyone adds that number of spaces to the score. Loser has 0. Everyone else has positive something and say, I don't care.
Cool.
Just
Yep.
win.
Make that a rule. I'll be
Yeah.
happy.
So
It's not.
weird. Okay.
Bad time.
Just give everyone 100 points at the beginning. Here you go. You're all going to be
How
fine.
you
You're
gonna
all
spend
good.
them is up to you. You know? Yeah, cool. Done. Fixed.
Anyway, Raj is
in.
great. Love this
Aw.
game.
Awesome. All right. I love 3 things. I love nature. I love grisly murders, and I love robots. My number 71 is Bot Factory. What did you think it was?
I don't know. I was like,
Where's-
that was so exciting.
I was trying to figure out how you put those 3 together in a game. I was like, where's the
know.
nature and Bot Factory?
No, I'm just
Well, it's found the
introducing
perfect
another
game.
love here.
Yeah, you have the Skynet expansion to Bot Factory. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know
Yeah,
about.
right. There was. I love this
good
game. I really like the executive actions in this game where there's something that you want to do, but if that spot is taken, you can probably find somewhere else to go do it. You know, at a different,
I'm going to need you to find
phrasing.
somewhere else to go do
I
it.
need to think about that phrasing. You know, but I also really like that you are paying for the strength of your action as well, which is also kind of paying for your turn order as well. A lot of different things happening with your worker placement. You have your, one worker that you're putting out in order to take your action. I enjoy the flow of this game as you want to do one thing, but you're making sure that you go to the right place to get the right turn order, and also to make sure that you're doing it the right strength you want and have the right executive actions, which will power your future turn as well. So there's a lot going on and a lot of pressure on that. I'm going to go here. And then you're like, good. I love that moment in the game, and then you just go through the round and execute. So Bot Factory for me is a real sweet spot.
Oh, it's so good.
This one took me a while to
good
get
one.
played, but once I played
Yeah.
it, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
It's fun. So number 71.
Nice. My number 71 is St. Petersburg, and this is not a game that I play for the cover. And then they redid it, and it still wasn't a game I played for the
Hello,
cover. In fact,
horse.
it's the worst. This is the
Horse
second
head.
edition.
Is it just
That's
the
the
head
first
of
one.
I know
horse?
it's the first
There's a
edition.
Is there a horse?
Is it on a
There's a
stick
head.
or is it just
Oh,
like...
it's one of those riding stick
Every
horses.
edition looked terrible.
The horse
This
is
is like
like
got-
turned over. It's doing the you like.
Oh,
look.
yeah.
Now, this
I
game
got
between
it.
Godfather 1 and 2.
Oh, it was bad AI art before that existed.
Oh yeah, because that.
Yeah.
So lest you be confused, the video that we're seeing is the 10-year anniversary edition. That doesn't belong to that cover. The original game looked worse, but looked better in actuality.
Yeah, I
Wow.
prefer the original with the weird horse and everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the pink hair.
It's glorious.
Maine.
But the actual game is fun. I promise. So basically, there's like 4 phases to this game, and every phase you activate certain color of buildings, and they give you some sort of income. And sometimes that's money, sometimes it's points. And so you have to make that money last until the next phase that you have where you're getting money again. And especially early on in the game, that's just that very first phase. You're like, I got money. Cool. Oh, I'm buying fun stuff. I'm out of money, and there's like 2 more phases left. And so I love that you have to manage those resources as you go throughout it while you're trying to just build up this beautiful engine of cards in front of you. Yeah, it's a great
Beautiful
game.
is maybe not the right.
Maybe they shouldn't have gone back to the box cover.
This exciting engine.
See him on the street,
you lost
petting
us
a
again.
horse head. You're like, just cross the street. Don't talk to him.
I love how shiny its like fur coat is or whatever. I don't know. What do you call it? Is this still
The
called
mane?
fur?
The
No,
mane?
not the mane.
hair?
Just like the actual like the horse. Maybe that is.
It's
hair.
also got to be a pony.
I don't know,
'cause,
it just looks shiny.
He's. I mean, it's like, first of all, it's a horse. This guy's huge.
Or he has like no torso. He's also like stubby.
Yeah,
Well, it was
okay.
for a painting. He's probably posed on a really tall box.
I guess.
I don't even think he's sitting on the horse.
Wow. How did we get a good shot? Yeah, nailed it. All right. Go on. We'll put it on the wall. All right. All right. My 71 is a sidestep from Sky Team. This is a D&D style game,
Ground team.
but it is a worker placement. The OG pretty much worker placement. This is Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep. This one right here, I really feel like it's kind of, I always thought of a Ticket to Ride with worker placement because it's that kind of level game and weight game. This is when I was disappointed when I first started playing. I'm like, I want to play a D&D game. And you play it, you're like, this is not a D&D game.
Purple cubes.
You know, it is just,
Orange
it is,
cubes.
yeah, it is full worker placement. But this one just sings. It's everything I love about worker placement. And this one, I keep waiting for it to fall off the list. It's always been consistently right around here.
Just waiting for it to die.
I'm waiting for it to die. I mean, but you know, the Gladiator expansion works with this. But no, this one, it's really, I enjoy this game a lot. I probably play it once a year, twice a year. It's enjoyable.
I feel like
I
sorry.
I was gonna say I like the buildings. How like you build a building, it's yours, and other people
Yeah.
can use it. You're like, yes, please use my building, because then I don't have to waste a worker
Come
like a
on
worker to
in.
get that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like even the most thematic gamers, like, what do the orange cubes represent? And they're like, orange. What are they? Rogues,
They say rope.
fight warriors. Yeah.
I fought an owlbear with 7 different colored cubes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, this is great. Just worker placement. So anyway, that's my 71 Lords of Waterdeep.
Good stuff.
Good.
New stuff.
All right.
Classic stuff.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
This has been a very varied list. I'm excited to see what 4-person crossovers we're going to have at the end of this. I think we might have a couple.
You think so? I don't
You
know.
think?
I think.
I think there's
there
one
might
for
be a
sure.
couple.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, as
one
a
of them
couple
got
meaning like
mentioned.
2, yes. A couple like meaning a few.
30? Not
Like, you know what I
quite,
mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I usually ever say a couple meaning 30. Is that what you said?
no. That's what he said. I didn't say that. Don't look at me. No. Some people say a couple when I understand
Can I-
couple is only 2, but some
Mom,
people use it
can I have a
meaning
couple
3 or
people
4.
over?
You know?
Yeah.
So you're
So-
voting 2, not 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all ever grow up saying couple few? I know a lot of people who say.
No.
Okay.
Oh, to mean like any amount between 2 or 3?
Couple few.
Yeah, no, I've heard people say, yeah, a couple few. You know what I mean? Like they just like.
No. Where's that
glue-
from
hot glue.
regionally, I wonder?
I have
Vegas,
no
where?
idea.
Fascinating.
So I'm crossing off Tennessee and Kentucky. That's the origin of that. That's exactly why I was
We didn't
asking.
It
say
is
that.
weird how precise couple is, though. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
have a word that means 2.
that's not just 2.
That's not just 2. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm
Stop
angry.
using it, Chris.
Anyway, we are live again tomorrow with crowd surfing.
We
correct?
are, yes, tomorrow
And
afternoon.
We continue this on Thursday at 1 o'clock.
That we do as well.
So, but remember, Dice Tower West badges are on sale and VIP. Remember that? Comes salami and bread and all the stuff you guys said, right?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain
Mountain
Dew. There we go.
If you want something better than pepperoni.
Yes. So do it. All right. Thank you
Better than
guys so much for
pepperoni.
tuning in. I'm Joey Evans.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Wendy Yi.
I'm Chris Ye.
And we'll see you later.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching this video. Check out our channel. We have a lot of videos on our channel. We have live videos that go up each week, from live Q&As to videos where we take a look at the newest stuff on Kickstarter, crowd surfing, to top 10 lists and more. There's lots of stuff on this channel. We encourage you to explore it. You can find out more at our website, dicetower.com. I'm Tom Vassell. Thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower.